What's going on, guys? It's your boy Vega, and today we're going to be talking about the top sneaker releases for the month of September. September is looking pretty interesting. They have a couple of hype sneakers, a couple of GRs that caught my attention as well. But yeah, man, there's definitely a lot to talk about. Now, keep in mind, release dates are subject to change, so don't kill me in the comment section. I don't control all of that, you feel me? Also, we're going to go ahead and start it off with some Jordan releases first, and then hit you with a sprinkle of the rest of the sneaker brands. With all of that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, let's go ahead and talk about the first sneaker release, which is the Jordan 4 Cavestones, set to be releasing on September 6th for $215. These look very, very good in my opinion. I really like that shade of brown that we see right now in the screen. However, there's certain lighting that actually puts the color to be kind of a grayish brown. So it's one of those sneakers that I kind of want to get my hands on it before I commit to it. But if it is actually like this, in this dark brown, I'm okay with it for sure. Some people call these the poor man Travis Scotts, and I don't necessarily agree with that. I just feel that it is a nice Jordan 4 in a nice brown colorway, especially going into the fall time as well. But as you can see, it also has a nice translucent sole that is very different from other Jordan 4s that we're accustomed to, the Nike Air branding in the back, and for the most part is a whole monochrome type of brown colorway. So again, perfect for the fall time, especially right now in September. So good job, Jordan brand, in dropping it right now instead of like January after like all the fall colors go away and all that good stuff. I feel the sneaker looks very good, and for those reasons, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a cop. Up next, we have the Jordan 1 Baroque brown colorway, set to be releasing on September 9th for $185. These look pretty clean, but I want to point out that this is a woman exclusive. Maybe they decided to do that because of the whole peachy Jordan logo right there and the peachy pink color right there in the Nike Air branding in the tongue section. But honestly, I feel that Jordan brand kind of dropped the ball, because if the logos would have been black, this would have been definitely more unisex, more wearable, etc. If I'm gonna go ahead and have a Jordan 1 in brown and pink, I'd rather just get a Travis Scott. That's just my opinion. Call me a hype beast, whatever. But at the end of the day, it has a color blocking of the Chicago, which I guess it makes it a little bit more clean as well. Put your pants over it, and I guess you can forget about that pink peachy colorway, but I shouldn't have to do that. Like, just make the color in damn brown, white, off sale type of color with black logos and call it a day. It would have been a much better story. I would have copped. I would have definitely copped for sure, especially going into the fall time. I would have definitely copped, but because of that, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a pass. Man, oh man, these are definitely classic for sure. We have a couple of heavy hitters this month, and I guess this is the first one. So the first heavy hitter of the month, and that is the Jordan 5 Fire Red in the black tongue colorway, set to be releasing on September 13th for $210. And the first word that comes into my mind is classic. They are classic, man. Whether you are a new sneakerhead, a casual Jordan wearing guy, or just a OG, you can definitely appreciate these right here. Let's go ahead and start it off with the midsole, which is in this nice fire red color, black shark teeth right there, translucent outsole, the infamous 23 right there on the side, Nike Air branding, which is something that I always appreciate, fire red lining, that classic black tongue, and of course the lace lock right there. Again, these are just beautiful. Jordan also wore these as well back in the 90s, and they just look beautiful in my opinion. There's definitely a good amount of buzz, and the fact that they haven't been releasing quite some time, it makes them very attractive, especially with that 23 on the side. So I don't have to say much more. These are definitely a cop. The next sneaker is the Jordan 3 Mexico El Vuelo, set to be releasing on September 16 for $230, and you could finally get rid of the whole joke, oh, those look like Mexican Jordans. Like, literally, this is a Mexican Jordan. Like, I like the fact that Jordan brand went out of their way to explore like more storytelling with the Spanish communities out there. I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm definitely glad to see that, again, the Spanish community is getting a lot of love. So these are classic, inspired by lucha libre, which is wrestling, of course. And when I think about Mexico and I think about lucha libre, I think about Nacho Libre, which is hilarious. But let's go ahead and talk about the sneaker really quick. It has premium materials as well. It has the red and green and white, which of course those are the colors of the Mexican flag. It has a nice kind of like python type of leather with some spikes or some like wind or thunder type of thing right there in the midsection, which kind of reminds you again of those like lucha libre type of mask. Gold Jumpman right there in the tongue section. And at the end, I think that the whole red, white, green, which is the Mexican flag colors, work very, very good with this Jordan 3 model, especially in the toe box section and the mudguard with those red hints. It looks very crispy for sure. So if you are a Mexican, you should go for these because this is your flag. Like, you have to go for these, right? If you love wrestling or like lucha libre, or let me say that again, lucha libre, then you should go for these for sure as well. So even though I'm not Mexican, I'm Puerto Rican, and I feel like this doesn't scream to me, I'm gonna just go ahead and say cop, but I'm gonna say cop for the culture, you feel me? Bro, I'm telling you, there is a lot of bangers this month, and this one right here is no exception. We have the triple collaboration with Fragment, Travis Scott, and Jordan for the Jordan 1 lows, set to be releasing on September 20th for $150. And this is arguably the heavy hitter of the month as well. And man, what can I say? Like, this is an automatic cop for sure. And I really like this colorway a little bit more than the first collaboration that we had with Fragment before. I feel that this looks just more clean in my opinion, with a little bit of hype with that nice reverse swoosh. I also like the leather. It seems that it's actually very good material as well, and the sail throughout the whole sneaker as well with those nice hint of blue. I also like the pink laces that the sneaker comes with because I feel that it works with this sneaker as well. And last but not least, that little section in the bottom of the laces right there, it's kind of like a knot with blue, pink, white, black, which is pretty much the colors of the Travis Scott's right here. So you already know the vibes, man. Enter as many raffles as you can because these are definitely going to be a problem for sure, and it's not going to be a surprise. These for me are definitely a cop. Finally, we have this Grail coming out, and this is a sneaker that was like a myth, a legend. It is the Jordan 5 Tokyos, set to be releasing on September 27th for $215. And yeah, the heavy hitter of the month as well. Fire sneaker. Like, I need these in my closet, in my sneaker collection, all of that. Like, I need them, bro. Like, these are so clean, so crispy. And the fact that I just went to Japan last year and I love Tokyo, they kind of like mean a little bit more now. So if I can get my hands on these, I would just be really happy, since I couldn't get my hands on the Jordan 4 Undefeateds. Another story for another day, but yeah, moment of silence. But either way, this sneaker looks very, very clean. Of course, we have that nice white midsole right there, yellow shark teeth right there, translucent sole, the small Japanese kanji embroidered logo right there in the midsection as well, black laces, 3M tongue, and of course the predominantly yellow color throughout the sneaker. A classic, a myth, a legend. The last time that they released was all the way back in 2011, and we finally get our opportunity in getting them as well. I don't really need to say it. If you are a sneakerhead, you already know what you need to do. Enter as many raffles as you can, do the legwork, do more research, enter literally a bunch of raffles because it's gonna be pretty impossible to get. So of course, with all of the hype talk that I just talked about, it is definitely a cop. So typically I really like talking about retro Jordans, of course, but Jordan announced a model that really caught my attention, and other sneakerheads as well, that is meant for training and also running. So aka the Jordan Trunners, set to be releasing on September 27th or sometime in the fall time for $115. This whole September 27 date, it's kind of floating around, but it's really not official. So take that with a grain of salt, and release dates are subject to change. I cannot stress it enough. But in this colorway right here, it gives me ACG vibes for sure, in this brown and purple type of colorway, and I think they look very, very clean. I like the laces as well, but I feel that if you flip the laces to maybe like yellow, they're definitely gonna look very, very clean as well. This is one of those models that you're either gonna love it or hate it. I can see the potential of the sneaker, especially at the price point that we have it as, but I need to see also more colorways. But as far as this one right here, perfect for the fall time as well. And again, for training, running, or even casual wearing, I think that this is a very good model. So I'm gonna give these a shot. I kind of want to try them out, get them in hand and all of that good stuff, maybe do a review as well. So for those reasons, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a cop. So in this portion of the video, I'd like to talk about other sneaker brands as well, but for the most part, it winds up being Nike as well. But the first one that I want to talk about is the Limosine Skateboards Nike SB Dunk Lows, set to be releasing on September 4th for $135. These were supposed to release a couple of months ago and then the date got pushed back. But regardless of that, my opinion hasn't changed. I feel that they look very crispy and very clean. I thought at first that this was made after a basketball, but it wound up being after a football. Of course, it makes sense because it is more of a darker red brown. And I also like the fact that this is one of those sneakers that look like low-key a business casual type of sneaker that you could easily rock some black laces and take it to like an office and nobody will really question it, unless you of course take out the orange and bright green laces that it comes with as well. But the sneaker, like I said before, it looks very clean, very good, one that I will definitely go after because I feel that I can get a lot of wear out of them, and also for office and business casual purposes. So for me, it's definitely going to be a cop. Up next, we have the Tom Sachs Nike Mars Yard 3.0s, set to be releasing on September 5th for $285.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, that's a pretty high price point for these right here. Like, I feel that you can sell me on the fact that they are a very good sneaker, very good quality, and they even have a carbon fiber plate at the bottom, but $200 would be the max I would pay for these. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section if you feel that these are pretty much a high price point as well. But in the past, these right here, the Mars Yard 1.0s and 2.0s, have done very good in the resale market. So if you want them for like investment purposes, I think that it is safe to say that this is a good investment for sure. But the sneaker definitely has those Mars Yard vibes for sure. Those brown, sail, and those red hints throughout the sneaker. Like I mentioned before, a carbon fiber plate at the bottom as well. And the sneaker again looks very clean, very crispy, of course. Now it's really hard, pause, for me to go ahead and buy these because of the price point. However, it is safe, like I mentioned before, for investment purposes down the line. So even though it's a high price point, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a cop. Mamba fans, where you at, man? We have the Nike Kobe 9s in the Moonwalker colorway, set to be releasing on September 10th for $220. A pretty classic colorway, of course. And you know, the Kobe 9 is not necessarily the most like popular out there, especially because it was meant to be a high and then they did the lows because people wanted to get the lows, all of that good stuff. But it is a nice sneaker. It is one of those sneakers that I feel that if you like, you know, the Laker colorways, if you're collecting all the Kobe's, all of the retro Kobe's that are coming back, I can definitely understand that. These should be a little bit more easier to get than the Kobe 6s that we have seen pretty much this whole year, or the Kobe's. These should be a little bit easier. So if you want them, I don't think that it should be that difficult to get, but don't sleep. If you like a sneaker, do not sleep, get them. And then if there is like some type of sale, you know, do with that information what you want. But at the end of the day, I feel that it is a clean sneaker. But for me specifically, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a pass. All right, we have something different other than Nike and Jordan brand, and that is the Salehe Bembury's New Balance 1000s, set to be releasing on September 5th or September 30th. Again, release dates are subject to change, but those dates are definitely floating around. And the resale market price right now is around the 300 mark, like 285, 300 if you want them right now. So there is no like announcement on the price just yet, but I feel that they should be like 250, maybe 260, around that range. And I feel that you should be able to get your hands on them. But if you don't, I don't feel that the resale price is going to be really high anyway. Now, the color of the sneaker is pretty wild, of course. It has the crazy little blue throughout the whole sneaker, olive green type of midsole with red hints right there in the bottom of the midsole. Nice material. It seems like it has a nice panel of suede right there in the toe box section. And then we have some crazy loud colors right there. That nice neon green right there in the midsection. The Salehe Bembury little tag right there in pink. And then we have like peach laces, and it's just a crazy colorway overall. One that kind of works, but at the same time, it doesn't. It's just kind of weird. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. And I can definitely understand both sides, but I can see myself trying to get them. And I really like the New Balance 1000 model as well. So I'll give him a shot. This is a cop. That's gonna be it for today's video. A pretty interesting month for sure. We have a little bit of hype, a couple of GRs, nothing too crazy, but there's definitely some nice heavy hitters for sure. So good luck to you. Good luck to everyone if you're trying to cop a pair for sure. Now, if you made it all the way through, you are the real MVP, man. So go ahead and comment. Let's see. Tokyo, and that will let me know that you made it all the way through, that you rock with your boy and you mess with me pretty heavy as well. Also, if you made it all the way through, go ahead and hit subscribe, man. It goes a long way. It helps the algorithm and all of that good stuff. Smash the like button for your boy one time, and also check me out in my social media pages right there. With all of that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.